Easy now. Papa got things making headlines.
Come down. Ooh, you make my high come down. Always tripping when you come around. I'ma have to cut you off, like right now. You see, I don't want to drive me. You can say that for your mama. Maybe you should smoke some. Me try the marijuana. I was never you good. The vibe was straight. Showed you a couple of things and they ain't finna change. I treated you right. Everything was a gift from a time to your bag and the color on your lip. Yeah, you
Welcome to a special edition of Seahawks Man to Man, a YouTube exclusive. My name is Michael-Shawn and You guys know you can follow me over on whatever Elon Musk is calling that app these days. My @ name is on the screen, @ Mike Dugard, MikeDugar. Thank you so much for all you guys tapping in right now, because that means you probably subscribe to our YouTube channel. Seahawks Man to Man is the name of the channel. If you don't subscribe, while I'm talking right now, just hit the little thumb button for the like and the subscribe button. We appreciate all of that love and support as we try to give you guys exclusive content and reward you for subscribing and rocking with us. With that being said, Chris, go ahead, talk to him.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Christopher Kid. You can follow me on Twitter at CKIDD206, and that's CKid206. We are at 3,290 subscribers, so 10 more will be at 3,300. So yes, as Mike just alluded to, why don't you stop listening on Apple, iHeart, and just go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button to Man, and we'll have 3,300 before we know it. So again, thank you for everyone that's been supporting us from day one. We appreciate all the love, support, and also you new subscribers. We appreciate that as well. And without further ado, it's that time again. We have some standout plays from Week 16 as the Seahawks beat the Tennessee Titans on the road 20-17 in a nail biter. I think Mike is ready to kick us off and look at some of the plays that stood out to him on maybe the defensive side of the football. Mike, take it away.
Yeah, we took a week off last week when Julian Love had the game of his life, and they limited his explosives against the Eagles, and they've been limiting explosives the last 2 weeks. So I want to highlight some of that on defense. I thought the back end in particular did a really good job, and they bounced back in a way that I was happy to see, encouraged by Chris, because the last time we did a standout plays was after the Niners game, and that position group did not have a great day. The back end. I shouldn't say position group, but you know what I mean. So I was really impressed with them the last 2 weeks. So let's highlight some of that. This is, I think, I got four plays that really stood out to me in terms of limited explosives. This is the first play from scrimmage, a play action shot to D-Hop that I loved how Quandre's aggressiveness on this. The end zone angle shows how close he was to just intercepting intercepting Tannehill on the first play of the game. So Chris, if you can rewind it for me and just go to the pre-snap look, I'm not to spend too much time on it because you can see what's so great about it. But like you can see that the Titans come out like this is a run. Look at the box under center. Look what the Seahawks are like. Everyone expected the first play of the game to be a run, and they actually do a good job here of kind of putting Mike Jack. I won't say full on conflict. But with the motion there, you got two guys looking like they're about to come vertical to Mike's deep third. Obviously, this looks like a cover 3 look with Quandre there as the help. And teams do this a few different ways. The Seahawks do stuff like this too. You can get like a shot from both of those guys. One guy hitching up, one guy going deep to pull Quandre, one guy running an over route. Like, there's a few things that they can do here, and we'll show an over route later. But I do like how quickly, look how fast Quandre triggers. Thank you for pausing this right here. Like Quandre triggers pretty damn fast, and Mike Jack does too. Like D-Hop's gonna take a shot when he hits this, and I like the aggressiveness here from the back end. I thought that jumped out from the very first play. I love that. And Chris, we know this has been missing. They had a stretch there where they were hitting in the back end and they were making plays and making it hard to get explosives. And then like in the month of November, it felt like they just stopped doing that. And then they got back to it in that game. I really like that play right out the gate. Kind of show like, hey, man, it's going to be hard. We know what y'all doing, and we're gonna load up for this run, but that don't mean you can just take these shots on us. So I really like that play from Quandre, who doesn't get a lot of opportunities in those posts and those seams. But, Chris, it feels like he's been taking a lot of flack, from the fan base. Like, oh, man, we get asked about his contract and what's going on with Quandre and all these things. And it's like, nah, man, he's making plays like that taking away stuff in his zone. That's why there's not a lot of balls going in his area when he's back there as the post safety. This one is a 1st and 10. Also in the first quarter, this is the flea flicker that they break up. I love this as well. I love this play from Julian Love. I was hoping Julian made a play in this game so we could show him some love since we didn't get a chance to after the Eagles game. And he delivered right off the bat. Who flew in right after or the day before the game because he had his son. Congrats to him and his wife. Chris, you know his wife's name is Julia, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that on. I saw that. Yes. Little
Julia,
crazy.
Wife named Julia. That is that's pretty funny. But a few things stand out about this. The first thing is Mike Jack's just speed to kind of take away the deep shot. Like Mike sees what's going on and recovers pretty well. Like Tannehill could uncork this, but there's a reason that he did not, and it's because Mike Jack recovers pretty well. The second thing is the post-snap communication. I really like this because it's been lacking as well with limiting some of these explosives. So, Chris, if you can start this over for me. There's a few post-snap communications here that are pretty important. So you got Mike Jack right away once he realizes what's going on. I believe he like points towards Julian or whatever. Right after it's like, oh, dang, like this is a fake. Everyone, let's figure this out, right? And then the second one, you got Devin Bush. He's right there at the 45 with that crossing route coming behind him. And you can see him point that out too. You can play it a little bit longer. Right there, you can see, all right, hey, yo, pick that up. And Julian Love also communicated to Mike Jack on this play as well. Like, yo, I'm about to drive on this. You handle that deep joint. And then it all just works together. They're in sync. They take away what they need to. And then Julian just hits the snot at him, bro. I can't remember his name.
Chris Moore.
Tough cat. Oh, Chris Moore. Thank you. I'm really glad also, Chris, that this guy was okay. Because I wouldn't have wanted to show this play if he didn't return to the game and got hurt. I would have felt bad. But he returned. Tough cat. So thank you, Chris Moore, for coming back in the game so we could show this. And I just really like the post-snap communication. You guys can see Julian at the top of the screen right there pointing to Mike Jack like, yo, that's you. Like pointing that out. I just love that. That's how the good secondaries work. They're working in sync, pointing stuff out. All right. So next play that's limiting explosive on that one as well. This probably was my favorite play on defense of the day. I had two. One of them was not in this highlight reel because it's not from a DB. But this one is also Julian. This is a 3rd and 10 screen pass, and we know the Seahawks have been okay covering screens, but it can get dicey. You know, they're usually like it can go either way. So with this one, I love the individual effort here from Julian. And this is just the type of plays we weren't seeing from him earlier in the year. Like he's making splash plays, it feels like, every week. I mean, the way he defends this screen and prevents an explosive. Let's start from the all 22 angle because I want to show Chris like this is a nasty screen design. Like this should have worked. Like they fake the screen here to the bottom of the screen and then come back to the top, pull the offensive line that way. And, bro, pause it when the guy gets the ball. Chris, this should be a house call maybe, like with the right.
No, ain't no maybe, Mike. It's 2-on-4.
Yeah, man, the numbers are there for the Titans to score on this play. You can go ahead and roll it. And Julian just makes a great individual effort. And even if he doesn't make that play, he slows up the receiver. I think his last name is Kinsey. He slows up Kinsey enough so that guys can rally to the ball. But I want you to pause it from this angle too to show where like when look at this. This is the shot right here. This should be it's not a touchdown, a really explosive play to move the chains on 3rd and 10. Like it's really just Mike Jack, Julian, 4 blockers, and then Quandre coming from the far side. Like that'd be a tough play for Quandre to make. Not to say he couldn't make it, but that would just be very tough. And instead of this, watch this matrix move that Julian Love puts on this blocker here. Oh man. And what should have been a big play, a chain mover, instead is just a 6-yard gain on 3rd and 10. And I love that he stopped it even shorter. Like if they got to 4th and 1, maybe the Titans go for it. But 4th and 4, now you just takes that out the equation, and then they ended up punting. Love that from Julian there. That was a great individual effort on that screen pass. So right here, the Titans again try to go for an explosive. This time they're trying to hit a play action deep shot. and they just end up shutting that down. So they're in like all right, we're about to run it type look. And the Seahawks are in all right, we're about to stop the run type look as well. They got their big boys in there. This is actually looks like their base. Yeah, they got Derek Hall in there as well with their 3 big boys up front. And it turns out to be a sack for Bobby, which is great for Bobby, getting his numbers up. This was 1st and 10. It knocks the Titans back, in the sequence. They're behind the chains, off schedule, all that stuff that the Seahawks hate seeing. Bobby just smacks Tannehill. He looks like he just got hurt real bad on that. But the reason he's able to even make this play is because rush and coverage, working together. So, Chris, if you can do me a favor here, perfect. Thank you. Stopping it right there. You can see where Tannehill is trying to go. He's trying to hit this deep shot. Trey Brown would have to do some pretty great recovering to probably get there, but who's there? You got the safety. Taking away a play that I don't know if they showed this on the broadcast. They probably didn't. But this is the type of stuff that Quandre has been showing a lot of the year as well, where they're trying to go to him, trying to get the deep shot, and they can't. Tannehill wants to go there. You can see it. Look where he's looking at. Look where the route is in that area. And why doesn't he throw it? Because number 6 is hawking and is probably going to make a play on it. And the end zone view just reinforces that. You can see that like Bobby's in Tannehill's vision, but it's a deep shot. Tannehill can get it over Bobby. Bobby's probably not going to bat it in this instance, although Bobby does make a good job maybe making him thinking about it. But look at that. He's ready to let that thing rock. And he doesn't because of what the back end does, and then he just flattens Tannehill. Boom. Great example of rush and coverage coming together to limit explosives. Because as frustrating as this game probably felt for you guys watching the defense not tackle Derrick Henry for the first half, 17 points is 17 points. Like you're going to win most games if you only allow 17. And the way to allow 17 is to limit explosives the way they were doing it. So this is all really good examples from the back end. I got one more. This one is from the first quarter as well. Another Quandre play. I mean, shout out to the safeties. They did their job here. This unfortunately turned into a flag. So this was kind of an explosive, but still, I mean, come on. This is a great play. And what I liked about this, Chris, you can go ahead and roll it. This is another play action shot. They were trying a lot of these, as you can see. What I like about this is, Chris, how many times have we seen teams run this type of concept on the Seahawks? They've been running it all year. Matt Stafford threw one of these that flew by Bobby's ear. I think it was to Tutu for a big game. Purdy hit Ayuk for one of these on Thanksgiving. Like they've been Jamal Adams, and they ran one of these on him against the Cowboys. That was actually in our standout plays that following week. This little play action shot where you have the safety and the corner following the go ball while the little over route comes across, and it's a lot of space for the linebacker to try to cover. We've seen that all year. Teams have been hitting that on them all year. But instead, what happens here? Quandre drives on it, and if that ball is going to be a post, I think that's Trey Brown at the top of the screen there to replace him. So you're still keeping a lid on the top of the defense while also defending from the intermediate route, and then Quandre just smacks, bro, which I think was a legal hit. But either way, I liked I don't know if I won't call this an adjustment per se. I don't know how they would kind of categorize it, but it looks different to me than other ways they've tried to defend this. Like I said, Ayuk had an over route like this in Thanksgiving. Tutu had one of these. I think it was Brandon Cooks that caught one of those as well, where you see Quandre or whoever the post safety is being drawn out, doing his job in the middle of the field, but the linebacker having to cover a bunch of ground as an underneath route, and the ball just whizzing right by the linebacker's helmet, whether that's Jordan, whether that's Bobby, whoever it is. That's just a hard play to make unless you're Fred Warner, right? So I love the adjustment there to, all right, Quandre, you come down and take that corner, you come replace Quandre, we keep a lid on things, and then we can smack guys. Like, great examples, I think, this week of taking away the explosives in ways that the Steelers are going to try. The Cardinals are going to try these type of things with these play action shots or trick plays or whatever. And the communication is going to have to be there on the back end. The playmaking is going to have to be there on the back end. And when it is there, it's going to be incompletions. It's going to be turnovers. It's going to be sacks if the quarterback holds the ball. So shout out to those guys on the back end, particularly the safeties, Jay Love and Quandre, stepping up, limiting explosives, and doing a really good job making sure that they were able to only hold that team to 17 points.
Well, you guys saw the great plays that Mike showcased on the defensive side. I wanted to spin it and do a little bit of offense because there was a lot of good that I witnessed watching film from the Seahawks. Still haven't got that blowout victory, but that's neither here nor there. The good news, the Seahawks won, and they have opportunity to make the postseason. So this first play, I was going to show you the all 22 angle, but I don't think you'll get the message from that viewpoint. I think it's best if you see it from this angle and the other shot from the end zone looking at this play. And it's a run play, obviously. And this is going to be Seahawks trailing 10-3. It's the start of the third quarter. Ball is at the 45, 1st and 10. The Seahawks come out in 12 personnel, so that's going to be 2 wideouts. I'm not picturing this one because I'm not showing the all 22 version of this play, but the 2 tight end sets are in there as well. You'll have Noah Fant as well as Will Disley, who's covered up by number 49, but he is there, by the way. So this play just showcases why Ken Walker is a stud. Now, talking off wax with Mike, there are times where you just want Ken Walker to go north and south, not east and west. But in this scenario, he has to make up because I'm going to click play and you're going to see exactly what happens, but there's guys everywhere. So the play is snapped and hello. Oh, ooh, ew. Hey, come on, man. This is what Ken is able to do. Now, I understand a lot of you guys give Charbonnet more opportunities. Charbonnet is not moving east and west that quickly, and I don't think he's going to be able to gain that first down. Watch this again. Look at this. Let's pause it. There is no way Ken should have got out of there and got a first down. There's no way. There are 3 guys that have eyes on him and can just close the gap and make the tackle. What does Ken do? He has scary feet. Look at this. Skirt. That's really hard to do. Ooh. Really hard to do. And this is one of the reasons why I'm not upset when Ken's in the game for a 3rd and 3 and they're saying we need to go straight ahead and get the first. And sometimes he dances, and I know that can be very annoying, but this is an instance where Ken Walker showcases his ability to make defenders miss and get upfield. Hell, we saw it on Monday night against the Eagles. He made number 6, a DB, miss, I want to say 3 or 4 times. That's just Ken Walker being Ken Walker. Now, there are times where, yes, Ken, stop going east and west, find the hole and attack it. In this scenario, I give him a pass because there was nowhere to go, and he was able to make a hole. He made his own hole. That's just beautiful to watch. And I know I'm stealing Mike's thunder here with the movie quotes. You've seen Monsters, Inc., right?
The Mike Wazowski joint?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So you remember the scene where they're doing up downs and he's talking about the kid's asleep. He's doing scary feet, scary feet, scary feet. The kid's awake. Well, this is a perfect example of scary feet.
I can't remember, but go ahead.
I'll show you the clip later. I probably should have just tagged it in here just to make it make all sense. But scary feet. Ken Walker here is showing scary feet. Again, watch the footwork. Running diagonal. Skirt. Got you. You think you got me? No, you don't. Come on, man. That is, you can't make that up. Those are plays that when I watch film, I'm thinking, yeah, there's no way someone can start over him. Charbonnet has an opportunity to play. He comes in, he makes his plays. That's great. But K-Dub, K-Dog, KW, Triple I, whatever you want to call him, he is numero uno. And that is just one example as to why he is a starting running back. His ability to make guys miss and make a play out of nothing, because that play should have gone for 0, if not negative yards, and he was able to make up for that. This second play, it's an incomplete pass, but I like it so much because it shows the Seahawks run it later on, and it showcases Tyler Lockett's ability to get in and out of routes. And in this scenario, the Titans are going to play man. It's 2 safeties high, man-to-man across the board. Your safeties are here to help you, and in this scenario, it's an out route, about a 17, 18-yard out route for Tyler Lockett. Safety can't help that too much. You know, you're on your own on that. You have to be prepared. And this DB just has no chance. It's 2nd and 4. It's 11 personnel. Tyler Lockett's at the 50-yard line at the top of your screen. And then you have big man next to him, Noah Fant. You have JSN, who is in motion. Now, I don't know if this motion was to indicate they were in man or not. I think JSN actually just lined up on the wrong side of the football. And Geno's like, get over here. Needless to say, they figured out, oh, they're in man. Then you have Tyler Lockett at the bottom of your screen. But I want you guys to watch the top of your screen on this and watch how Lockett gets out of this break. So on the snap, he's striding about 75, 80%. And he's eating up a lot of turf. The DB is probably thinking, oh, shoot, I don't have much time here. I better get ready to turn and run. And just watch the subtle movement Tyler does at the top of the route. He's able to fold it inside as he's about to hit a post. Now, you see the DB, his legs are spread wide. He is probably in panic mode, wondering what is Tyler Lockett about to do? Because either way, if Geno wanted to launch this, let's say it is a post, I'm confident that Geno can place it to only where Tyler Lockett can get it. I'm not sure about how good this safety is that's filling in for the starter. I forget his name. I think it's Wallace that was out. Needless to say, I think we saw a similar play against the Saints last season where Tyler runs a deep post over the middle and squeezes it in between two defenders, and Tyler Lockett comes up with the catch. Obviously, this is not that route. Tyler's going to break outside, but just watch this. Bam! Look at the DB now. His arms are flailing. He is out of position. Now, unfortunately, there's a little pressure, and Geno has to step up, and he doesn't make the best throw, but I just wanted to showcase the ability that Tyler Lockett showcased on this route because he sold the post. The defender, again, he is out of position. He thinks the ball is going over the middle. He don't know where the ball is going. Tyler Lockett is getting ready to break outside to the sideline, and there's a lot of separation. So as I go ahead and run this, you see there's about 8 yards, 6 to 8 yard separation there. Unfortunately, Geno doesn't deliver the best ball, but you get my point. Tyler Lockett created that separation off of just magnificent route running, and we'll run it again for you so you can see it. And I won't freeze it at all. We'll just run through it. Great play call. It's man beater. Boom. There's nothing that you can do there. There's nothing. Unluckily, the ball went out of bounds, and it was not catchable, but that just showcases how good Tyler Lockett is. And he eats up a lot of space very quickly. And this third play is actually a similar play, the same route for Tyler. The difference is the Titans go in a cover 3 zone here. So we'll go ahead and show you guys this one. And I like this play for a multitude of reasons because A, he runs it the same way. Nothing changes. Yeah, they're in zone, but if I brought the two videos side by side, the only thing that's different is maybe he's closer in on the numbers here, as on the previous one, he was further out. That's probably the only big difference, okay? So it's early in the third quarter. Ball's at the Titans 30. The Seahawks are trying to get into what we would call red zone, get a chance to get a touchdown here, and the Seahawks are trailing 10-3. It's 2nd and 10. Seahawks are again in 11 personnel. You have Tyler Lockett at the top of your screen at the 30. You have Kobe Parkinson, the tight end, right next to him. And then on the bottom of your screen, you have JSN and DK lined up. All right. Now, the previous clip that I just showed you, it was man, and they had two safeties over the top. It's similar, but they're actually in zone. It appears that they're going to be in cover 3 when the ball is snapped, because if you look, there is the safety here. I want to say so you have the corner number 25 who's over JSN. The safety right next to him, he drops down into coverage, which indicates in my brain, okay, it's 3 deep. Corner, safety, the other corner. So when I roll it, you're going to see how it works out. So Ty Lockett, again, he runs the same route. It's very similar. So I had to do it like that. I can't hit the space bar. Sorry about that. So at the top of the drop, you see that there's three deep guys. It's an umbrella. You have one guy. He is on Tyler looking at the quarterback. That shows me zone. Everyone's looking at the quarterback. No one's really following the man. They're all playing zone. So it's a little umbrella, and it's 3 high. You have corner, safety, corner. And look at Tyler Lockett. He's breaking inside yet again. I pause it at a perfect time where he's looking like, okay, this is another post pattern. It's a zone defense, but in this scenario, Kobe Parkinson is able to get that defender to bite on him, and he can't drop back deeper into a deeper zone and help out if there was nothing there. Because in that scenario, if Kobe is not on this side of the field, and let's say he runs across the middle, someone else is going to pick that up. He can cheat and drop further and possibly make a play on this. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And Geno is able to get his revenge and deliver a perfect pass to Tyler Lockett. So it's the same route. Again, I will run it here without pausing it so you guys can see it. Obviously, it's not the same formation. It's a little different, but it's the same route that Tyler runs, where it's going to be a deep out route selling the post. So Tyler Lockett is going to run up the toes, a good stride, and beautiful. And he doesn't even do a really, I don't even want to say he sells the post that much. He really just does a really great route. But again, it's the head movement. It's how he's showcasing what could be coming. It's that subtle look back. And I'm going to pause it when he looks back to sell that it could be a post. So right here, You see his head. It's aiming towards that goal post. Usually they say when you run a post, you want to hit the center of that big stanchion there. You want to run right at it, and the ball should be flying towards you. In this scenario, Geno knows what's going on. He knows exactly where Tyler's going to be, and he delivers a strike. He gets his revenge. The ball is placed perfectly in the red zone, and Ty makes a great catch. So that just shows you on a play that they don't execute what happens, and then they say, you know what? Let's run it again. They're going to be in cover 3. That's fine. It's going to be one-on-one. Kobe's going to take out the other defender that could drop deep, and we'll have one-on-one. And Geno is confident, as well as the Seahawks are confident, that Ty Lockett would win that one-on-one matchup. And like clockwork, Ty Lockett does what he needs to do, and he wins that. This last one is a little love to DK. So this is about 12 and a half minutes in the fourth quarter. Seahawks are in the red zone at the 11. This is, I want to say, I guess that doesn't matter. We're going to leave it at that. They're in the red zone, a chance to get some points on the board, okay? The Seahawks go spread. So as you can see, they're spreading this defense out. Not four wide receivers. It's 11 personnel. You got DK at the top of your screen. I believe that is Noah Fant. Yes, that's Noah Fant, JSN, and Ty Lockett at the bottom of your screen. They spread them out, and then you got Ken in the backfield. And no surprise here. The Titans played a lot of zone. And a couple of times I'm running while they're playing man and blitzing, but we're not here to break down what they were doing. This is all about DK and a great ball from Geno. This is a really tough throw, but when the play develops, you realize that I don't know what this safety is doing. They're in cover 2. If I'm the safety, I am cheating all the way over to DK's side. I'm not letting DK beat me here. That's just like, it's cover 2. The DB does an okay job of getting hands on him, but I mean, if you're going to cheat the play, maybe you could have, but that's not his job. His job is to protect the flat. So he pretty much just says, hey, you could have it. And of course, DK ends up having it, and the safety is nowhere to be found. So we're going to go ahead and roll it and just watch. DK's not even really running around. It looks like it appears that DK's not getting the ball. This does not look like something that's going to happen for DK. It looks as if it could go to Noah Fant. Geno's going to be like, bro, why aren't you running the route? But it's all about how you set things up. DK comes out of it, jogging slow, not really looking for the ball. And then he explodes, breaks to the outside. That little head fake going in, that could be a slant. Because you look how much ground he covered in those first couple of steps. If this is a slant, Geno can definitely rifle it in there. If he wanted to do it, he could. He could rifle in there. It's going to be a collision. The ball can be batted in the air. You name it. DK, I'm confident in DK getting his body in front of the defender and making a play. But that's not the case. It's going to be a fade route. And he delivers a strike, a really good ball where only DK can get it. Back of the end zone, money. You can't make it up. Safety is lost in la-la land. He wasn't paying attention. I'm wondering what he's telling him there. Maybe he's saying, you're by yourself. I'm watching Noah Fant, which is a crazy decision. I could be 100% wrong, but that's just based off what I'm watching on film. I didn't ask anybody on Tennessee, hey, we're they in cover 2, and my man just left DK on an island because Geno had the easiest throw. Very easy, on the money, and DK with a really, really great grab. That's tough to do with the defender bearing down on you, but he makes it look easy. So I'm going to run for you again. DK sells this slant, turns it into a fade, chops feet. Easy money. You can't make it up. Drags the feet. Great catch. DK Metcalf showcasing why you can just throw it up to him, and he can come down with it and make a play. And Geno has full confidence in him. Stop. Great pocket, by the way, as well. Let's back up so you can see how clean the pocket is. Great blocking by everybody. Ken Walker back there wondering, can I do anything? Nope. Not a care in the world. Have some tea, crumplets. What else am I missing, Mike? Maybe a flick. I don't know. There's a lot of time, and Geno was able to deliver a strike for a touchdown. You love to see it. Those are my plays, my standout plays from Week 16 versus the Tennessee Titans. All offense because, again, Mike went defense. So I say, you know what? I'll just go offense and showcase what I saw on film that stood out.
Yeah, I love that Ken run. That is just cold. That's why he should get north more often, man. He can do that.
No, you're right. Yeah.
And you can see also how they're scheming to try to eliminate Tyler's explosives, which is why we don't see him on deep posts that much. They're taking that away. They should take that away because you'll lose if Tyler is just catching them posts over your head. You'll all get fired. You'll lose. That's just Naturally. Yeah. It's a good off. I liked what they did on offense, man. I think that they just got to win the one-on-ones. That's also probably the theme of that segment of offense too. Win your one-on-ones. You know, they were
Yep.
just barbecuing on number 23. He had a bad day. Oh, he had a bad day.
Yeah, it's tough out here when you're going up against DK, JSN, and Tyler. I didn't even showcase the JSN play. Hell, he had a great play, great catches. So there was a lot to go with, but I didn't want to go with the obvious ones. I mean, granted, I did go with a touchdown. That's pretty obvious, but you get my point here. I threw an incomplete in there that Ty Lockett just cooked my man's with a great route. Unfortunately, Geno wasn't able to deliver the strike to him, but they ran that same concept, that same route for Ty Lockett again, and you saw how successful it was.
Yeah, no, and that's all stuff they're gonna have to keep doing, man. Win the one-on-ones, limit explosives on the back end. This is it. They're investing a lot of money in the players that we just highlighted, with the exception of Ken. They're investing some bread in the safeties and Tyler and DK and Geno. This is why, because if they win their one-on-ones and do their part, the Seahawks win games. So they have another must-win on Sunday. They got to beat the Steelers. They got to have good pass protection, which is another theme of kind of what you showed on your plays. Because if they don't, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, they will get you. They will get you. So, but as long as Geno has shown, if he gets the clean protection, even if he misses a throw, come right back to it and hit it. No, that was good. That's good stuff. So, I mean, these are very important things that are going to carry into Sunday. They're going to have to be communicating on the back end on those shot plays, because teams only got so many shot plays they're going to try to hit on. If you can take those away, you can stay ahead of the sticks on defense and get off the field. And then on offense, you hit your shot plays, you're going to win the game. It's a simple recipe, man. Football, not hard. Limit explosives, generate explosives, win ball games. And don't turn the ball. Like, this generally how football works. So, good luck to these guys on Sunday, I guess. You know, they got to win, Chris. They can't afford, for real, man. I think the swing in playoff odds goes from they're at 69-ish%, I think, right now. Like, they're damn near a lock if they win, and they're damn near screwed if they lose. So they got to do what we showed in these clips here against the Steelers, and they'll have a pretty good shot. Hopefully it's not 20-17 again. You know, I don't know how the fans are going to be able to handle another nail biter.
Smoke some weed, like you said on the last pod,
Mike. Yeah,
Mike.
they're gonna need serious blood pressure medication if this comes down to the Seahawks trailing by 4 with 2 minutes left. Like, people are just gonna be, they're gonna be on edge to start 2024 on New Year's Eve. So anyway, those are, like Chris mentioned, those are our standout plays, week 16. We thank you guys for rocking with us on our the final show that will drop in 2023. The next time you guys hear from us, it'll be the New Year, New Year's Day, after Seahawks Steelers on Sunday. Hope you guys, thank you first of all for rocking with us on YouTube. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that love and support. We will catch you guys after the game on Monday, after the Seahawks Steelers win or lose. Our first show that will drop in 2024. Enjoy the game, y'all. Have a happy New Year. Be safe, and we'll catch you guys at the top of next week.